Today's verse is Matthew 6:24, which says in the King James Version of the Bible, and by the way, this is Jesus speaking. He says, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon." Now this verse, Matthew 6:24, also appears in the Gospel of Luke, in Luke chapter 16, verse 13. Now in the Living Bible translation, Matthew 6:24 says, "You cannot serve two masters, God and money, for you will hate the one and love the other, or else the other way around." The point is, the meaning of this verse is pretty clear in whatever translation that you read it in. In a minute, I'm going to ask you the very big question of the day, or maybe the biggest question of the year, so just hang on. Now, what did Jesus really mean when he said, "You cannot serve God and mammon"? And what does the definition of the word mammon actually mean? In the New Testament, mammon is commonly thought to mean money or material wealth or any entity that promises wealth, and it's associated with the greedy pursuit of gain. Christians actually began to use the word mammon as a negative term that was supposed to describe gluttony, excessive materialism, greed, and just plain unjust worldly gain. Now, to better understand this verse, let's remember that it's found in what is called the Sermon on the Mount. "And seeing the multitudes, Jesus went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him." So this verse, Matthew 6:24, was actually a message that Jesus gave to his disciples, his closest followers. Are you one of Jesus' disciples, one of his followers? If so, maybe you too should try to take heed to what Jesus was saying here. And to get the full significance of what it means, we should go back a few lines leading up to this verse. So going back a few sentences before this passage, Jesus said, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon." So now here's the big question that I have for you today. What is the main goal in your life? Is it to serve God, or is it to make as much money as you can before you die? How many hours do we have in every day? 24. Let's just say you sleep 8 of those hours. What do you do with the remaining 16? Are you striving to make more money, or are you striving to serve God? If you find yourself in the category of striving to make more and more money, then that's probably because you're just not one of the disciples that Jesus was talking to up there on the mountain. But if this verse does speak to you, as it does to me, then we need to take a good hard look at our lives and see what we need to do to better serve God and not materialism. And that is our verse for the day. If you like what we're trying to convey in this video, please hit the subscribe button down here, and we'll see you again tomorrow with another verse for the day.